Hello, my name is Jingo Nelly, and today we are going to be looking at another tutorial. But before I begin off, make sure you subscribe to the channel.
Japanese in production system evolution, and with that we started with the craft manufacturing. With this, it had skilled craftsmen who produced in low volume, and they used to produce products that were varying. In that, you can take an example of the tanglers, those craft shoes of Uganda. Um, they vary, even though they have produced the same shoe, same what. At least the edge will vary. It won't be the same. With if at all we are two people, Bob and Nelly, my tangler will be different from that of Bob because it was made by a person. A person can't be perfect, you get it? So moving on to the second one, which is mass production. With mass production, it's just the opposite of the craft manufacturing, which it involved producing goods at a high volume, and there was limited or low variety in the products. Then in the mass production, we had what we called like innovation. There was innovation one, whereby the goods produced in there, they were of standard, bringing that aspect of standardization. And then innovation two, we had scientific management. We know from our POM, principles of management, scientific management, it was to deal with redesigning of jobs like for higher efficiency. So this is the aspect that was brought in here in the mass production. Then it had another innovation, even innovation three. With this assembly line, I told you this is just uh, different workers are fixed at different positions, and different parts of product get to be moved on a conveyor. That is with moving assembly line. Then we are having the mass production uh, being summarized in a nutshell, and are saying a system through which large volumes of standard products could be assembled by unskilled workers at constantly decreasing costs. So even the unskilled workers, because things were systematic, and they could use machines, the moving assembly, you'll find that even unskilled workers could constantly produce the goods, but they could and they will be even decreasing on the cost because of the use of the machine than the craftsmen. Yeah, the first one of craft manufacturing. Yeah, so we are moving to the modern period. The one period they're saying during the 1970s, markets became highly fragmented, meaning that they were like maybe breaking, and the product life cycles reduced. So meaning that a product would not last long, and saying consumers had far great choice than ever before. So different firms came up with ways on how to reduce this, and some were using the total quality management, which looked at doing it right the first time, then just in time, delivering things in, just in time. Then they had the supply chain management, which looks at the management of the flow of goods and services. Then under the modern period, the different approaches uh, under it. We are having the flexible specialization here. It looks at a situation whereby if at all where there's a doctor, and this doctor maybe is the one who's supposed to give you treatment, and there comes a situation that he is not around now, because that service is having a flexible specialization. They can there's another alternative doctor that can come in this place, and this other doctor can give you treatment. Then we are having land production. This deals with producing goods and services while reducing on the costs. Then we are having mass customization, just to do with producing um, custom made products on a large scale. I gave you an example previously, like maybe jerseys, something like that. Then we're having like manufacturing. This deals with adding processes, tools, and training workers to respond to customers' need quickly. Yeah, that's to do with that. Then that's when we go to a brief summary of the modern period in a nutshell, and saying these approaches all seek to combine the high volume, in that they want to increase the volume of producing the goods, and low cost associated with mass production and with the craft production, and they also aim at lowering the cost associated in producing the products in both in the mass and the craft production. Then we are having the transformation process model. Now here you look at the inputs, the transformation process, which is the same as the conversion process, then outputs, then feedback, and then you explain those four. And with the input, you know that these are the inputs that are used in the process of creating goods or services. Then the transformation processes, which includes the people, it includes maybe telecommunication, all aspects to do with uh, transforming an input into an output. An output is just a finished product. Then feedback is just information that is used to control the operations by adjusting the inputs and transformation process that are being used to achieve the desired outputs, like to know where the errors are, depending on the response by the customers. With that, I'm going to be ending on the product life cycle, and that's where we shall begin from. Yeah, that's where we shall begin from next time.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel.